Raw put out one of the best episodes of 2017. Things were tense on Raw a week removed from the siege by SmackDown Live. The Raw roster gets put on notice. Kurt Angle was in the ring, more tense than usual. The entire Raw roster was on the ramp, and before he could really start with his announcement, none other than Commissioner Stephanie McMahon made her return. She began by trying to get the energy of the arena up. She praised Kurt Angle for his role as GM through a lot of tough times, including the Jason Jordan fiasco, the virus spreading on the roster, and Braun Strowman getting destroyed in a trash compactor. She wasn't able to deal with what happened the previous week, however. She then began her classic berating of people when she blasted Kurt for being responsible for what happened in the siege, after she also criticized Shane McMahon for being manipulative. Stephanie then named Kurt Angle as the captain of Team Raw, giving him another chance. However, she did say that if he didn't lead the team to victory, then he would be fired. Backstage, Kurt Angle was apologizing to Stephanie, who was just about to leave. She told him to remember what happened with Mick Foley. Right after she left, The Miz came in fashionably late, as he put it. The Miz was furious when he learned that Angle was named team captain of Raw. When he went on a rant, Angle told him to shut up and blasted him for not being there to help Raw during the siege. He told The Miz that he would be defending the Intercontinental title against an opponent who he'd find out about when he's out in the ring. Raw put out one of the best episodes of 2017, Bayley vs Alicia Fox. Bayley entered first, and when Alicia Fox entered, she cut a cringe-inducing promo pretending to be a sailor, because she's captain of Team Raw. She told Bayley that after Stephanie putting the roster on notice, she wouldn't be able to compete. She then introduced her new opponent, the returning Nia Jax. Bayley vs Nia Jax. The two had a fairly good match, with Nia obviously dominating. Bayley did have a few moments where she stunned Nia on the top rope and almost pinned her with a stunner on the ropes and also a guillotine, but it wasn't enough to take out Raw's female powerhouse. Nia Jax would ultimately get the better Bayley and finish her off for the win. Nia Jax defeated Bayley after the match. Alicia Fox named Nia Jax as the second member of Team Raw's female team. As Nia Jax walked away, Samoa Joe's music hit. What was Samoa Joe doing here? He walked past the women into the ring and he was ready for a fight. What a return! Raw put out one of the best episodes of 2017. Samoa Joe was back and ready for a fight? Samoa Joe said that judging by the response he got, they missed him. He says that he didn't miss them and called them out for not indicating that they missed him prior. He said that he will use their disrespect to fuel what he will do to his opponent, and that he would be pretending that he's beating up all of them. Samoa Joe vs Apollo Crews with Titus Neal. Apollo started off with a headlock against Joe, but the Destroyer began with his stiff style of chops and kicks. Joe got a near fall with his rapid scoop slam. He even spat his gum on Titus Neal. Apollo was able to catch Joe with an enziguri, but it didn't do much as Joe still landed the coquina clutch for the win. Samoa Joe defeated Apollo Crews after the match. Titus Neal tries to confront Joe and threatens him, but he makes the mistake of turning his back to check on Crews. He gets caught by a coquina clutch and gets choked out. Raw put out one of the best episodes of 2017, The Miz vs Matt Hardy, Intercontinental Championship match. Matt Hardy was the surprise opponent for the Miz IC title defense. Matt Hardy started off with a roll-up but was unsuccessful. After a while, The Miz began taking control, even landing a neckbreaker from the top turnbuckle onto Hardy. The match was fairly slow-paced at this point, but the crowd in Baltimore was still well behind Matt Hardy, going all out with the delete chance. Hardy did eventually hit the side effect, but the champion kicked out in a brilliant near fall. Makes you realize how underrated The Miz really is. Following this, Matt Hardy hit a picture-perfect moonsault onto Miz, but it was another near fall. It's not every day you see Matt Hardy do that. Miz gained a little control after this, but Matt got a major advantage when he hit the twist of fate. However, the champion rolled out to the apron. When Matt brought him back to the ring, he stunned the tag team legend and hit the skull-crushing finale for the win. The Miz defeated Matt Hardy to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Backstage, Alexa Bliss congratulated Kurt Angle for being Raw team captain. Alexa said that she could help Angle and asked him to cut some of the dead weight off the Raw roster like Mickie James and replace her with Mae Young Classic talent instead, even joking that they could dig up Ma.